fourth part of that chapter is the holy name is transcendental. Question: what does it mean that the holy name is transcendental and should not be considered to be a material sound vibration? Answer: this is explained in the Padma Purāṇa. The holy name of Krishna is transcendently blissful. It bestows all spiritual benediction, for it is Krishna himself, the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna's name is complete, and it is the form of all transcendental mellows. It is not a material name under any condition, and it is no less powerful than Krishna himself. Since Krishna's name is not contaminated by the material qualities, and there is no question of its being involved with Maya, Krishna's name is always liberated and spiritual. It is never contaminated by the laws of material nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. That is from Padma Purāṇa. And now Maharaj continues his writing. The holy name is not a product of this material world. As long as the jiva, the eternal spirit soul, is situated in his original form and position in the spiritual world, as long as the jiva, the eternal spirit soul, is situated in his original form and position in the spiritual world, is able to purely pronounce Krishna's name. In his present situation as Maya's slave, equipped with gross material senses, he is not qualified to enunciate the pure name. But through the causeless mercy of the Hladini Shakti represented by Srimati Radharani and Samvit Shakti represented by Lord Balarama, the holy name begins automatically to reveal its pure form. Then, due to Krishna's unlimited mercy, the pure name incarnates on the fertile ground of purified consciousness and dances on the devotee's tongue, which enriched with love and devotion. The form, the form of the holy name is not of mundane nature. It is not merely a combination of letters or words. Its form is Sat Chit Ananda. This is the secret of the holy name. So this is the thing of why we keep telling why holy name, Krishna's name, chanting of Mahamantra is not material, it's transcendental. That's explained here. But through the causeless mercy of Hladini Shakti represented by Srimati Radharani and Samvit Shakti represented by Balarama, the holy name begins automatically to reveal its pure form. For now, it is a sound. Okay, let's see if there's any discussions. If not, we'll continue to the next section.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, like what you mentioned is in the spiritual world, we'll be able to pronounce Krishna's name currently, and in the material world, because we are a slave of Maya, we will not pronounce it correctly. Or what was that? Sorry,
Yes, because of we being the slave of Maya, very much into the material senses, satisfying the material senses, we are not qualified to chant the pure name. But in the spiritual world, we will be able to chant purely. But even we in this world, we can still chant purely with the mercy of Radharani and Balaram. If you are sincerely trying to follow the instructions given, especially by in this book, whatever the guidelines and everything is given, if we try to follow these things, then definitely we should be able to chant the holy name purely, even in this world, by unlimited mercy of Krishna, Srimati Radharani, and Balaram.
thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
The pure name incarnates on the fertile ground of purified consciousness and dances on the devotee's tongue. That means it is possible to even chant in this world, but we have to make our mind fertile. That means become the receiver of the mercy of the Lord and Lord's energy So we are able to, the holy name can incarnate and dance on our tongue. That's what is the message.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
The next one is technical, little technical. We have 9 more minutes. If you all want, we can get into that.
Yes, Prabhu.
Number five. Number five, the perfection of chanting. Question: are there references from Srila Prabhupada and the spiritual master that the chanting of the holy name is the most important activity in devotion service? Because we often hear, are you chanting? We have to chant, chanting, 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 chanting. Every time we hear, even whenever anyone gives lecture, the conclusion will be, chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. They go on the street, book distribution, they give the card and ask them to chant. So it's always chanting. So the question is, are there reference from Srila Prabhupada and his spiritual master that the chanting of the holy name is the most important activity in devotional service? Answer: yes. Srila Prabhupada states, it is an extract from Chaitanya Charitamrita, of all the regulative principles, the spiritual master ordered to chant at least 16 rounds is most essential. That is proper words. Now, continuing. The question about the most important of all process of devotion service is also raised by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is an extract again from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Now, Sarvabhauma is asking, which item is most important in the execution of devotional service? The Lord replied, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, that the most important item was the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Then the Lord cited the following words: Hare Hare Nama Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nasteva Gadiranyata. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. And and this is again from Chaitanya Charitamrita. After listening, Maharaj continues, after listing the 64 items of devotional service, Srila Rupa Goswami mentions five of them, which are especially important. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura explained very convincingly how each one of these five potent processes actually points to the chanting of the holy name. Now, this is again from Nectar of Devotion. Um, After careful consideration of five processes of devotional service mentioned by Rupa Goswami, it is clear that the best practice is Sri Nama-bhajana, service of God's holy names, which is the root of all these and is glorified above all. Now, there's a list of things that's been mentioned here. The five things which are important out of 64 that is mentioned by Srila Rupa Goswami is been cited here. What are the five most important things? Number one, sadhu sangha. Associating with devotees is recommended to create a taste or inclination for Sri Nama Bhajana. This comes from associating with holy saints who are attached to chanting Krishna's holy names with firm faith and who chant the names systematically. So that's number one. Sadhu Sangha. By associating with the sadhus, we are getting our taste to chant Krishna's holy name. Number two, Bhagavata Shravana. Bhagavata Shravana. Hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, which itself declares Sri Nama Bhajana to be the highest virtue. It in its beginning, middle, the story of Ajamila and the sixth canto, and at the end, Srimad Bhagavatam repeatedly stresses the efficacy of Sri Nama Bhajana. So again, by reading Bhagavatam, we come to a conclusion that Sri Nama Bhajana, that is chanting, is the highest duty for all those who are in the spiritual path of Krishna consciousness, for that matter, anything, whatever you follow. Number three, Mathura Vasa. Residing in the holy place like Mathura, Nama Bhajana is situated at the root of residence in Vrindavana or Sridham Mayapur. The sadhus living in or visiting these holy places are always engaged in Nama Sankirtana. And this is true. When you go to the holy places like Mathura, Vrindavan, you constantly keep hearing bhajan is going on in nook and corner of that beautiful place. Therefore, again, chanting has been mentioned in the third point item. Number 4, Sri Murti Seva. The service of Krishna's deity is always conducted with mantras full of God's names. The Hari Bhakti Vilasa and Sri Jiva Goswami says that deity service must be accompanied with chanting the Hare Krishna mantra for it to be accepted. So it's very important. We don't treat the deities just like what you want to do, like a doll, waking them up without anything. Just keep doing, the mind is somewhere, and you just dress up the deities, and then you offer things that nothing is going on in your mind. Therefore, it's important. At least we chant the holy name while we are doing this thing. If you don't know the all the mantras, at least chant the holy name while we are serving the deities. That is number 4. Lastly, number 5, Nama Sankirtana doesn't need an explanation. It's directly the chanting of the holy name. Therefore, what are the 5 things that's very important out of 64? And what this 5 thing points us to, directs us to: number 1, Sadhu Sangha, in the association we chant the holy name with taste. Number 2, Bhagavata Shravana, we hear Bhagavatam, we study Bhagavatam. By that, we understand the importance of chanting Krishna's name. Number 3, staying in the holy dham, or staying in a place where devotees are residing. What we get ultimately? Again, we hear chanting. Number 4, Sri Murti Seva, the deity worship. In the deity worship, you don't think of anything else, chant again the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And lastly, number 5, Nama Sankirtana, which is nothing but chanting itself. And the last paragraph, the Caitanya Charitamrita states that of the 9 ways of devotional service to get love of God, the foremost is Nama Sankirtana. One who chants Nama without offenses surely achieves love of God. The Bhakti Sandarbha says that no form of bhakti, that is Mathura Vasa, Sadhu Sangha, Sri Murti Seva, and Bhagavata Shravana, as listed above, is complete without Sri Krishna Nama Sankirtana. The Hari Bhakti Sudhodaya says that Sankirtana is the best and foremost of all spiritual practices for attaining Krishna's mercy. If the other practices of bhakti are helpful to it, they should then be accepted. That ends this particular section. So we learned about how Krishna's name is transcendental. Do not treat it as a material thing. And then we also learned today of all those 64 items mentioned by Rupa Goswami, 5 are important. And all those 5 talks about the importance of chanting Krishna's holy name. Okay. 2 minutes. Anyone has anything to add or discuss? We only have one more section to complete this particular chapter, and that is a practical support. And then the next chapter, 8th chapter, is nicely titled The Open Secret. And I believe that's the last of this book. And then it goes into other details. Anything to add? Anyone has anything to say? If not, we are ending a few seconds earlier today. Thank you all very much. We'll meet again tomorrow, 5 a.m. Central. I see not many people joined today. We just have few people. Hope everything is fine. Meet you all tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Remember Krishna, not to forget Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.